Okay, so where we left off in our story, I was growing Rooted Garden. We were growing super quickly, no pun intended. I was getting asked by both gardeners who wanted to start a similar business to Rooted Garden and also beginner gardeners who were looking for a service like the one that my company Rooted Garden provided. So as I started hearing from both these parties, it sparked the idea that perhaps I could create an online platform that would train gardeners around the country to start a company like Rooted Garden and also be a place where beginner gardeners could come and find those garden professionals to give them business. So in 2017, I founded Gardenery. So I came up with the name by thinking of gardening is becoming ordinary again. I know that gardening is not going to become ordinary just by selling stuff, by selling plants and by selling pots, because we've tried that already. In fact, I did some research and found out in our market that currently over $149 billion are spent every year in the landscaping industry. Between services and products, over $149 billion are spent. And this was pre-COVID, so I'm sure the number's even higher now. But I realized that the piece that was missing, products were being sold and services were being sold, but the education and the training, the garden consulting piece, is what was missing. So there's people all over the country spending so much money on things relevant to the garden, but still feeling like they don't have a green thumb, still feeling like they don't understand anything about gardening. And that's where Gardenery was founded to come in, to fill this gap between services and products and to provide education and garden consulting. So in 2017, I went and registered my new business, Gardenery, still growing Rooted Garden here in Houston, Texas. And I kind of tested, could I possibly take this model and pass it on to other gardeners around the country? So right around Christmas, I announced the Garden Coach Society. So this was going to be a training where I take all the lessons I've learned from my own business and turn it into a training and a certification program. So you'll never believe it, but within a few weeks I had 1, 2, 3 gardeners sign up to join me in the Garden Coach Society. Now, it wasn't too impressive, but it did give me a little clue that there might be a way to move this forward. So I kept growing the society. I kept building more education and training into the certification program. And by March or April of 2018, we had 40 garden coaches. And then by the end of 2019, we had 135 garden coaches. And now, as I stand here, Garden Coach Society has been running for about 3 years, maybe a little bit over 3 years, and we have over 500 gardeners around the country who have started and grown their own garden consulting businesses in all parts of the country. It's been so fun to watch happen. So when I first started this society, I wondered, could I actually convey and teach all the lessons I've learned as I've built my own business? Could I actually convey that and teach that in such a way that it could almost be a turnkey business for someone, a plug and play, where they could just take the instructions, take the directions, and then go and start a business of their own. And just like when I started Rooted Garden and wondered if someone would actually pay me to help them in the garden, when I started this society, I still had the question in my mind, could this actually work for other gardeners? And I'm so excited to say that after 3.5 years of growing this society and the certification program, that it works. I have literally seen dozens of gardeners successfully start their own garden coaching business really in less than 3 months' time, some of them as short as 30 days. So they get into the society, they set up their business, they start doing garden consulting, and they choose their niche, what they want to teach in their own business. Now, a lot of them do the same model that I do with raised beds and kitchen gardens, but we have a lot of garden coaches who do other aspects of garden consulting in permaculture, native plants, or food forests, or container gardens. We have a wide variety of specialties inside the Garden Coach Society, but the trend keeps proving true, that when these gardeners decide that they are all in, that they want to turn their passion into a profitable business, as soon as they join the society and make that commitment, the change happens. Literally, they just watch the lessons, follow the instructions, and within 30, 60, or 90 days, they're having their first consultations and getting their first clients. In fact, we see a lot of the gardeners who join the society earn back their investment in the society within the first 90 days of joining. So I'm so excited to tell you more about the Garden Coach Society and how you can be part of this incredible movement that we are creating with Gardenery, making gardening an ordinary part of everyday life for every single person. That's not going to happen simply through product sales or through service sales. It's going to happen by us taking our own experiences and knowledge in the garden, turning them into a teaching system, and then passing that on to clients and students that are right in our own towns and cities. So I'm so excited to tell you more about the Garden Coach Society and how you can be part of it. In the last video of the series, I'm going to walk you through all that's included in the Garden Coach Society certification program and help you decide if this is a good fit for you. And if you love gardening, and you would love it if you might be able to build a business based on that love, then I'm going to guess that the society would be a perfect fit. So stay tuned and I will join you in video 4. Thanks for watching.